time to build a team in a year, bro.
Yeah.
This guy is a winner.
For this guy to win a treble twice.
You understand? Just like that.
Someone who builds teams.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mesh, Mandla. Because we're actually still talking here, and we talked about Unabi saying that actually you're live, guys. As actually you said, actually Nabi saying that he's happy with this Kaizer Chiefs, but he's still building. But on the building process, we can see that Kaizer Chiefs are already transformed to a dangerous Kaizer Chiefs. So what would be the Kaizer Chiefs you wish to be actually?
Sure.
Yeah. You know, it's beautiful what Nabi is doing. I always say this, ne?
Yeah.
The downfall that we had with previous coaches was that Kaizer Chiefs' job was the biggest job that they got. Kaizer Chiefs' job, him being at Kaizer Chiefs was bigger than him even being at Bafana.
Yeah.
Kevin Johnson, him being Kaizer Chiefs head coach was bigger than even him coach. That's his biggest job. You understand? Now,
till today, bro.
Even until today, Steve Compella himself, you know, him being Kaizer Chiefs head coach, that's his biggest job. Since even as much as he has achieved so much having gone, but that's still his biggest job, right?
Yeah.
So that's the problem with so many of these coaches, right? They were let certain problems lie down, whether it's communication with management and disagreements with management. They would allow management to have their way, knowing that, hey, I can't lose this job. This is a big job, what. But Nabi is not looking at it like that. Nabi is a take it or leave it type of guy. And Chiefs needs a leader that is like that. Who's going to say, it's either you take this or you leave it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what I've seen with Nabi is that he individually wants to be successful with or without Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
He doesn't need Kaizer Chiefs to be successful. He can be successful alone with his technical team, whether it's here, whether it's in a Younger, whether it's in Asfarabad or whatever next coaching job that he gets. He's still going to be the same guy with the same mentality and the same drive. You understand? And
You once talked about actually. Can you just please maybe give fans a little bit how you actually see Nabi, how great he is, and the way he's coming from?
Yeah, let me go first with that, man. And then I think Mesh will wrap it up.
Yeah.
I think on my side, this guy, he's incredible, man. He's a beast of a manager, because if you look at his what he says when he's speaking in press conferences and he's speaking to the fans and to media, he's telling you, Uguti, okay, yes, I'm here to build, but in my building, I'm not gonna accept any losses, you know? And then you start asking yourself, Uguti, like, what is he trying to build? Is he trying to build a Real Madrid when you talk about Kaizer Chiefs? You know, because we are still winning games. How do you beat SuperSport 4-0 while you're building? You're beating Amazulu 3-1 while you're building.
Yes.
You're beating Marumo 2-1 while you only have one loss, and the loss is against the so-called best team right now. Do you know what I'm saying? And in that loss, you didn't lose fairly, you know? So, man, Nabi, his winning mentality for me is out of this world, you know? And I'm starting to ask myself, Uguti, is this guy a builder of a team, or is he just like a natural born winner? Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's kept on saying, Guti, I dislike losing, regardless of who I'm playing, regardless of where I'm playing, regardless of the caliber of match it is, even if it's a cup game, it's a friendly, it's whatever. I dislike losing, you know. And I think that mentality has rubbed off onto the players, because you can see now these players are players who do not want to lose. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think what Nabi is building here is incredible, guys. And this is, for me, he's the best coach in South Africa right now. Not because I'm a Kaizer Chiefs fan. I'd be jealous of any team that is coaching. And thank God he's coaching Kaizer Chiefs.
100%, bro. 100%. And you know what I like about Nabi, he's not only technically gifted, but he's also psychologically gifted.
Yeah.
Against a Younger, right? When we lost, and again we lost to him because that's what he created. When we lost against Younger, right? He said something so profound. He said that, I'm glad we lost, because people were going to say, Chiefs is back, Chiefs is back. What was he doing? He was managing the fans' expectations. He was managing the expectations of the fans to make sure that the fans, they don't jump over. They allow the results to show them, right? But then if you look at Nabi, right, and you look at his history, right, and like I always say, Mula, I always try and do case studies of a certain situation in a team or like in football in general. And if you do a case study about, let's say, like if you do a case study about a good coach, right, there are good coaches, but then there are coaches that are not fit for the job, even though they are good coaches. And Chiefs has made that mistake over the past years where the coach is good, but he's not good for this specific job of Kaizer Chiefs. You understand? You find that the coach may be gifted tactically, but in terms of emotions, psychologically, is very bad. We saw that with Atazwane, gifted maybe technically to a certain degree, but the way he treated players, how he spoke about other players, how he let go of other players, you could tell that this is not someone who is intelligent emotionally or psychologically. And then we had coaches like Abonteki, where they try to please everybody. You can see Uti, they are more dominant. Abo Kompela, it's more dominant in terms of psychology and emotion, but tactically on the field, they are very quiet. You understand? And now, if you do a case study with Nabi, you will go and look at him at Yanga, right? Yanga, same as Chiefs, it was a big team that fell. Nabi came, he revived it. From the first season, he went to win a treble. Second season, treble again. And then he moved on. He did what he had to do, and then he moved on. He went to Asfarabat. Asfarabat, again, is the same situation as Yanga, the same situation as Chiefs, right? He got to Asfarabat. He took them to number 2. He almost won the league, and then he took them to a cup final, the one that we had to wait for him when we were in Turkey, right? Now he's coming into Kaizer Chiefs, right? Another similar case study as Asfarabat, similar case study as Yanga. The biggest team in this country, Southern Hemisphere, probably Africa as a whole, the biggest team there, right, which hasn't been performing well in recent years, almost a decade now. He comes into this team, a team that qualified or overnight analysts say that no one can win with these players. You will need to do a complete overhaul of this team. You'll have to eliminate everyone, right? That's what the analysts are saying. That's what the ones who have the big platform are saying, right? Now the guy comes, he changes the team into one of, in fact, the deadliest team in the PSL right now by simply changing tactics, changing psychology, and changing the attitude of players. Just those three things, he changes those three things, and suddenly the team is deadly. The team is monstrous, right? Now, we are not just deadly in a way that we play good football, but even in terms of our presence in the stadium is felt. Asambe Nunu, when it's being sang, you can hear it, that it's hitting from the top of the lungs of people. You understand? So now he has gotten the fans behind his back. He's gotten the fans behind his back more than any other coach in the last few years. And I think that Nabi is the right man for the job. And I like what Manda was saying with Nabi. Nabi said he was looking at Chiefs 6 months before, meaning he started coaching Chiefs 6 months before coaching it. He already knew what to solve there. He already knew what his problem is. He already knew what signings he had 6 months before. You understand? And I feel like a lot of coaches in the PSL do not move like that. A lot of coaches in the PSL, yes, they want to be successful, but I don't think they want to be successful on a global scale. And I believe that Nabi is not someone who just says, "Oh, I've gotten Kaizer Chiefs, I'm done now. It's the cherry on top. My career is now, it's at the peak." I don't think Kaizer Chiefs is the peak for Nabi. I think he still wants to coach even his own national team and push for something. I still believe he still wants to go even, outside of Africa and coach and do something. And for me, to have a person like that with an army of Kaze, Zoe, and all these other assistants and technical, the other technical team, you have a monster of a technical team, which creates a monster of a team as well.
And guys, as we busy here, I just even see a post actually which Pitso Mosimane is also applying to Gaston Sirino, saying that no man, that is a monster. He can score, he can actually assist. The class is permanent for Gaston Sirino, so it's a good move for Kaizer Chiefs. I'm just happy that even Pitso Mosimane can see now, man. You know what? Gaston Sirino will just retire. Still a class player, actually. Let me just say, still fresh, not even a bad player. You understand?
You know, I'm happy. You know, there's one thing that we must look at in the PSL.
Okay.
You can have a good career, but if you have not donned the gold and black jersey, right, your career is 50%. It's 50% success.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And the noise Sirino's making right now, he was not making when he was where he was.
Yeah, fact.
The noise that Sirino's making right now, he was not making with the team he was playing for right now. You understand? Yeah. And most people, if you ask them who's the best player that was there in the team that they had, they won't say it's Sirino, they'll say other people. You understand? So I'm glad we took someone that was chased out by wherever he was. I'm glad we got someone, not somebody who they were fighting to keep. We got someone who they were happy to release, meaning that he was deemed surplus to requirements. You understand? And now at Kaizer Chiefs, look at what he's doing, right? We all know that he's going to do what he's doing, but I'm happy for the noise that's happening for him. I'm happy that he's having the biggest noise of his career, and I'm happy that he's now even a bigger player than he was where he was.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a bigger name, man. He's definitely a bigger name.
And even
I mean, you look at all the players that we have in Kaizer Chiefs right now. Yeah, you look at all the players that we have in Kaizer Chiefs, guys. Like the spotlight that they're getting is second to none. They've never gotten this. I mean, Ukros, guys, for an example, I think on the first day, if you look at what happened to his Instagram account, just for an example, what happened to his Instagram account, how it grew just on the day of signing with Kaizer Chiefs. You know, it tells you that Kaizer Chiefs, bro, it's not a small team, man, and there's no team you can compare it to in Southern Africa. Do you know what I'm saying? With potentially what it can do to your career, you know, and if a club can have a drought for 10 years and still be a club of this magnitude after not winning trophies for 10 years, it tells you how big the club is, you know. And as Umesh said, man, Guti Sirino right now, even though he hasn't even won any silverware for Kaizer Chiefs, in the few games that he's had for the biggest club, those have been his biggest moments. I can argue that he's had his biggest moment in South African football. 100%. I don't think Sirino has ever played. I don't think he's ever played in a packed FNB stadium.
Exactly.
Bro, FNB is not only one of the biggest stadiums the biggest stadium in South Africa. It's one of the biggest stadiums in the world.
Exactly. Those are numbers of Bernabeu and all these top big stadiums.
Guys, and we did that for him. We did that for the club without even a derby yet.
You understand?
While other people, all they dream of is playing in the Soweto derby. That's all they dream of. That's all they dream of.
Exactly. And I love Sirino because he has passion. He's showing his love for Chiefs. He's showing he's not humble about his love for Chiefs. You understand? And people are trying to use that against him. You know, people are trying to make it seem as if he learned how to play where he was. No. He learned how to play back in South America.
Yes.
Every South American, we must be very clear. We must be very, very clear and straightforward and honest about South African football. Guys from South America and guys from Europe don't even know what a national team call-up is for their own nation. Yes. But they come into this league and they beast and they boss this league because it shows that the standard of this league is very low. The standard of this league is very low. Just because someone has one good season doesn't mean now he is the standard of football of this country. The standard of football of this country is very low. And we know that South Americans, when they come here, they beast. Every South American that comes in here, most of them that come in here and play for the big teams or the more established teams, they do well. They do well for themselves. About Jose Torrealba, they've done well. Guys, about Alias Shoot, when they came to Sundowns, they don't even know what a national team call-up is for Netherlands. But when they came here, they played week in, week out. You understand? They don't even know what it is to be called up for their national team, their own national team. But they come into this league and they beast. So no one can tell us, Uguti, just because a South African player who did such and such and such is now the standard. We know that if you bring in a South American in that same position that a South African player is playing, most likely the South American player who even comes from Bolivia, or he can be coming from the lesser known countries like about Colombia, look at Castillo, about Venezuela. We're not talking Argentina, we're not talking Brazil, we're not talking these top South American teams. We're talking about the lesser known teams. You understand? And these guys are beasting. They come into this league and they beast. So something is wrong with this league and something needs to improve. And much that needs to improve in this league is the technical side of it. So just because you are winning does not mean that, now the team has birthed you or whatever, especially if you're from South America. Because these guys, they can score. Bro. Look at Gonzalez from Cape Town City. That guy is an amazing player. That guy is an amazing player. I would love him in my team. But he performs like that because I know that this guy is South American. We just know. You understand? And when South Americans fail in this league, it's like, he's not supposed to fail. He's supposed to do it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that is so true, man. That is so true. And I think even with that argument, you still see again the magnitude of a club of Kaizer Chiefs level, because we've had South Americans who came, but they played, but they weren't as great because of how big Kaizer Chiefs is. Do you know what I'm saying? We still have Castillo. Yes, Castillo is giving okay performances, but he's struggling. There's too much pressure in Kaizer Chiefs. I can guarantee you now, you take Castillo to Sundowns, they would have called him
Yes, they would suddenly be saying he's a beast, he's the greatest to have ever seen. They would be saying, all these things because, what I like about Chiefs is that Chiefs is not desperate for success. Success does not define Chiefs, right? Chiefs define success. You understand? And what I like about Chiefs is that we're not chasing, success to define us as the team. Chiefs would still be Chiefs, as we have seen now. Without a trophy, it's still Kaizer Chiefs. You understand? We are not reliant on winning in order to be called the best. We're not reliant on winning in order to be called, the biggest or whatever the case is, right? We're still the team that we have been ever since, the team was established. And we see that because it pays off even Ukros, the way you were saying. When Bradley Cross has a YouTube channel. Bradley Cross, I think, was at 3,000 views, 5,000 views, somewhere there. As soon as he was linked with Kaizer Chiefs, in a matter of, I don't know, days or whatever, that thing shot up to 30,000 views, which shows that, the people are looking and the people are seeing and the people actually are the economy. And that's what I love about Chiefs, is that Chiefs, the fans are the economy.
Yeah.
Everything Chiefs has comes from the fans. There's nothing that Chiefs has where, like whether we finish whatever, then we know that we're still going to buy players because we're the richest team or whatever. Everything that Chiefs has comes from the fans. The fans are the ones that say, change the coach. We like this player. We don't like this player. What. Like there's an interaction with the people and the management. And what I like is that gives us an input as to the direction of the team. Whereas other teams, you don't care who's signed. You don't even know who you're linked with. You just say, we just signed this guy. Because there's availability of resources, which can be financial resources. You don't care because it's fine. If he's worth 60 million, that means he must be a good player. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, I know, fine, let's let him in. He's worth 60 million. And then boom, now we get 60 million, they're taking him out on loan. You understand? Chiefs cannot do that. Chiefs cannot sign an expensive player and that player not play. Every expensive player that we sign must play. Because financially, we are not sitting like other teams. You understand? So that's what I like about Chiefs, is that the fans are involved. We're as involved as other teams abroad, bruh. We've got a say in our team. You understand? We've got a say with the direction of the team. And I feel like that's a relationship that so many of these club owners crave. So many of these club owners wish that as soon as they announce the date, they know that people are onto the tickets. They're already buying the tickets. A lot of these club owners in the PSL, they wish that their teams were interactive like Chiefs. We're gonna do a Vodacom. We're gonna do a Vodacom. Working pop up before the game. What people are there. You understand? The way that the brand is so big, they're allowed to move that direction. They're allowed to put billboards at the airport. They're allowed to be having, sponsors. They're allowed to be moving in a way that all these teams from abroad are moving. And I know for a fact that so many of these owners this side, the PSL owners of the clubs this side, they wish that their team was moving the way Chiefs is moving. And I want to also give credit to who's that guy for Cape Town City, the owner? Committees.
John. Is it John Spain or something?
John Committees, right? Committees said that when Chiefs is doing well, the economy is good for football in this country. You know why? Because he also relies on money from football, not money from wherever it comes from. He relies on money that comes from football, meaning that ticket sales, anything that he can get, because that's how he's running a business, right? It's not like he's just chucking in guap, you understand, in whatever way, and then, things work out or whatever. He's actually looking at football to give him something in return, whether it's winning a trophy, whether it's selling a player, whether it's whatever. He's looking to make money from the activities of football. You understand? That's why he says that when Chiefs is up, he knows that the economy is up. You understand? And we also know this too, because we know our mothers are selling out their stock when Chiefs is playing. Our mothers are taking that pap, that vorst, that whatever, they're going to sell. They know Guti, babuya nemali, Chiefs yadlala namhlanje. Unlike other teams where sobona khona kuzovela nje abantu, we'll see what. But when it's Chiefs, they know for a fact Guti, I cannot miss a Chiefs game. I need to take my stall and I need to go sell there because I know there's going to be people. And that's what I like about Chiefs, that it doesn't take away from football in this country. It gives. It gives so much that it even gives to the roots of mothers who are selling, of fathers who are selling, even more so of other teams, right? For example, if we pack a stadium and we are the away team, the home team is the one that takes the ticket sales, right? I believe that's how it is. You understand? So
I think they take a percentage.
We don't take away. We don't take away from the football of this country. We give to the football of this country.
I know, guys. 22 minutes speaking mesh. This was your time, man. But I hope everybody who is listening, they have learned something from what you're saying, you guys, which is Mandla and Mesh. I really appreciate, guys, for those who have been here showing up on this channel. What's your prediction on the game coming on?
Which one? Super Sport?
Yes.
Super Sport, I think they're going to park the bus. I'm hoping that they park the bus, because if they park the bus, there's going to be a repeat of the same scoreline.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Manda?
Super Sport, I think this time, bro, because they're going to be a lot clever with how they're trying to deal with us, because they're going to see what you can't open up, So I think 2-0 this time.
Okay.
We're not going to give them a large one. We're just going to give them the a few goals in J, just to show them who's the bigger boys.
So, Mandla, you're saying 2-0. Mesh is saying 4-0.
I'm thinking about it's a repeat. It's a repeat because it's going to be a change of tactics. And whatever tactics they change to, we have an upper hand.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mesh and Mandla, for showing up on my channel. I really appreciate it, big guys.
No, Mula, thank you. And I just want to say that the league is coming to Naturena. I think Cosi Nation must prepare. They must prepare. Cosi Nation, go get your t-shirts. Get ready to celebrate. We must celebrate. We are going to celebrate. We are going to celebrate. Whether there's referees against us, or there's people who are doing analysis against us, or there's teams who are against us, all that matters is that the league is going to Naturena, and the people must believe.
Yes.
No weapon formed against us shall prosper.
Amen.
Thank you very much. I hope guys you heard that Mesh predicted that the league is going to Naturena this time around, and you must prepare your shirts and everything to actually celebrate on this. See you on